on the goal. The goal is the buyer and the seller to fulfill the transaction instead of the agents to say, you need to use my preferred vendor.
I did a deal in another county that was a little further out than I'm normally comfortable with, but it was a good friend and he asked me to help him. And in that particular county, they use attorneys on either side. And it's almost like a lawsuit or something. You have opposing attorneys. And it was just miserable because no one wants to help. And, oh, that's not my problem. That's your problem. That's your attorney's problem. And it just felt so unnecessarily combative. And I said to my friend, I love you, but that's the last time. In this county, that was miserable to get through. So I like how we do it here in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we normally help each other. We're one team. Yes, we met in opposite corners, but the goal is to all of us get to the same end. So we become kind of friends. We have to support each other instead of trying to say, it's your fault, because that's not going to work.
Right. We all have the same goal. I mean, we got to protect our clients' interests, but let's all get to the closing table. That's what we're all trying to do.
I know you have short career, so to speak, as you say, but what's the most memorable transaction so far?
I'll tell you what my first thought is. I don't know that I could just point to one. I've sold some very expensive homes, some big, beautiful homes, but the ones that really jump out at me, there was a couple that were $75,000, $85,000 homes where I was just talking about this morning. There was one that was a 21-year-old girl who had saved every penny since she was 14 because she said, I want to buy a home when I'm 21. And she bought a home when she was 21. And I just remember thinking I was so nowhere near buying a house when I was 21. And she had just set this goal and it wasn't an easy process. And she was just so mature and poised and just goal oriented, and she bought that house. And another friend, another client had come from a really, I don't know what the word is, but a challenging background. We first talked, and there were some things we had to do in order to be in place to buy a home. And was told like 6 months, and 3 months later she called and she had done all of it. I mean, just busted her butt to get ready for this, and she did it all by herself. And it was, again, not an easy road to navigate. And so those are the ones where it feels like such a win, right? Like it just, where it was hard won. And those are the ones that really stick with me. They're all meaningful in their own way, but those particular ones where people fought for it, there's a special satisfaction being a part of those ones.
Yeah, somebody has a goal and you're part of them achieving that goal. That's special.
Yeah, sure. I'm honored to play even a very small part. It's a cool thing.
Tell me, what's the most valuable skill a real estate advisor should have?
I think creativity, right? We never know what's coming. You think you do, but I feel like I get, it's not a matter of if I'm going to get curveballs that week, it's how many I'm going to get. And you need to be able to respond and adapt and be cool under pressure and, just figure it out. There's no sense in being frustrated or howling at the moon. Like, we got a problem, let's figure it out. Let's get the solution. And sometimes that takes being very creative and flexible. This is not a job where you can be rigid and set in your ways. You just never know what's coming down the pipeline. And then also just curious and open to, continuing to learn. I mean, I feel like I learned something on every single deal. In fact, I just had one this week where I had to do a crash course in something I just did not have a lot of experience in. And I love that. I love that I'm still surprised by this job. I couldn't do the job where you go into the job and you pull the same lever or hit the same button every day. I do not have the attention span for that. So I love that with this job. The thing I love is also the thing that kind of, can be stressful and frustrating sometimes, but you may wake up with a plan and your day has no resemblance at all to how you thought it was going to go. And I kind of like that excitement.
Yeah, every one of our transactions brings their own challenges, their own unique qualities to it, and you have to react accordingly.
It's true. It's true. It is true.
Adam, thank you so much for sharing a little bit about your real estate knowledge. Is there anything else you would like to add?
Just to thank you. This was really nice. It was nice to connect to you. I know that people are going to be listening to the audio, but we actually get to sit here face to face and talk for the first time. So this has been very nice, and I'm honored that you thought of me to come on and talk a little bit.
Well, thank you so much to everybody listening. This is Adam Cannon from Piatt, Sotheby's International Realty in the city of Pittsburgh. I'm sure now some of you think we need to go and visit because he's making it sound like a really great city to live. I mean, the man just loves it there.
I'm happy to host anybody who listens. You have an open invitation. I know all the best restaurants. Come on by. I'll buy dinner.
All right. Well, thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. This is Jaqueline Steib with Coast to Coast Real Estate, bringing you the best of the best all across the world. Tune in next week for another great episode. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much.
See ya. Bye. Thank you. Take care.